Hey there friends, it's your favorite neighborhood nerd Simone. I have 9 pens inked in August and I want to share them with you. Several of these are freshly inked. Some of them are carry-over pens. I have your standard, I can order this online pen, as well as custom made hand-turned pens. Everything is here. And yeah, they're from all over the world as well. And so we're just going to start. This month, I want to make my currently inked a little bit more structured than I've done before. I took a great inspiration from Chris Sains with her lists and the grades that she does. I'm not sure if I'm going to grade mine, but I definitely want my pens to be orderly on this side, and then I want to have a little review at the end of the month on this side. I'm going to start with the Sailor Pro Gear Yoseka Origin. Has this beautiful finial right here. It has a 21 karat gold nib. It's a fine nib that was tuned by Greg Minushkin. And I have it inked with Birmingham Pen Co. Tintype. And that was a sample that my friend Heather from Heather Marie Plans sent me. And this pen has been inked since May 28th, so this has been here for a while. I'm even copying this X here. The only thing that I would like to do differently is I want to have a little swatch right here where I dilute the ink with water. Oh, you know what? I can use this water brush. That might be, let's see if there's water coming out of here. Yep. Maybe I don't want to do this. Do we like this? I don't think I like it. Let's try the other water brush. I've been thinking to change up my currently inked a little bit, not a lot, because I really would like to do some more explorations right now. I'm not sure where this is coming from. I'm just going with the flow, as I've been telling you quite a lot. And so we'll see if this is just a one-off this month or not. This inking is also not just for the month of August. I'm filming this on August 19th, so we're already more than half in. I'm just gonna keep those inked as long as I feel them. This is my Walltown Swansea in XL. I saw this pen on his site sometime in the early months of the year, I think towards the end of January, and then I inquired about it and commissioned it, and I received it sometime towards the middle or end of May, I believe. The resin is Blue Nebula. Now I have no idea who pours this. I think it might be Turned Pen Co., but I am not 100% sure. The ink that is in here is an oldie but a goodie. It's a bottle that I have owned for quite a while. It is Diamine Writer's Blood. If it is not poured by Turned Pen Co., I will leave the maker of the resin up here on the screen. This is an extra fine steel Jowo nib. The ink is Diamine. What did I say? Writer's Blood. The ink is dark red and it has some kind of green sheen, especially when it evaporates, as you can see right here. However, because it's in an extra fine nib, I feel like I can still see the base color of this ink. If there is a wet pen, it might not be visible. The next pen that I have inked is obviously inked with shimmer ink. This is my Benu Talisman, purchased through Gourmet Pens. It's a Gourmet Pens exclusive dark unicorn. I love this color. And this is inked with a shimmer ink. I have always had amazing experiences with shimmer inks in Schmidt nibs, which are the steel nibs that Benu is using. And so this is often my first choice. I feel they clean easy. They always put down quite a bit of ink. The shimmer is good. I'm not really, let me write first. Benu. This has a medium steel Schmidt nib, and the ink that is in here is Wearingool, A Star Child. This is a sample that I have received from my friend Amy. Of all three of those, this one is the wettest. This is also freshly inked, just like the Walltown. I'm not really looking for even shimmer distribution. I'm just using my pens for fun. That is not something that is important to me, but I feel like, if I'm not completely mistaken and off base here, that Benus are quite good with shimmer distribution. Oops. I need to move this notebook up so I can write. So, next pen, can't seem to hold on to my pens here, is one of the first, maybe even the first maker pen that I have purchased. This is a Walltown Watts in the Sebastian blank. This one I know for sure has been poured by Turned Pen Co. I purchased this pen secondhand and I Frankensteined this pen. This usually houses Jowo steel nibs. I purchased a nib unit section here that would allow me to put a Sailor 21 karat Pro Gear or 1911 large nib into this housing with feet and then be able to screw it into the threading that is in here. Wow, that was complicated. If you've watched my video where I talked at length about my color picks, then you might notice that this is not the ink that I chose for this pen. It did not work for me at all. And so I cleaned it out the same day and chose an ink that was more what I would have liked. And that is Colorverse Sunbeam, which is one of the inks that came in the Color Vent 2024, which I also received from my friend Amy. So this is the Walltown Watts. It has a medium 21 karat gold nib, and I'm just going to write Pro Gear after, then Colorverse Sunbeam. Sunbeam. I was really not done with those muddy, swampy yellow greens. In July, I had what's this ink? Shinkaichi Gold by Kobe. Here's a swatch of that. And I really like this. This is more light. This is lighter and it is less swampy, but it fills that void. I didn't want a green, but I also didn't want a pure yellow. This is what I came up with that I thought would work really well for my color palette this month. You might know that I really love picking colors that are kind of rainbow-esque. And so I needed a yellowy, green, swampy color. This is my Pelikan M800 green demonstrator. This was my very first Pelikan M800. And it is inked with a new to me bottle, but I had a sample of this, and yeah, so because I really loved this ink when I needed to fill the last shipping threshold at Venice when I ordered the last time, I decided to add this to my cart because it is a color that I really enjoy. So this is the Pelikan 800 green demo. It has a fine 18 karat gold nib. Ink is Diamine Safari. And I really enjoy writing with this pen. I went ahead and inked this ink in here because I want to compare the writing experience of this fine pen nib with the writing experience. I have another Pelikan M800 with a fine nib, and I'm not sure if something's off with the nib. It never feels the same way, or I just forget. And so I decided, you know what? I am going to ink this. I didn't choose a sample, but a bottle so that I could, I had enough ink to recreate this at a different time, and I didn't have to do it right this moment because I just didn't feel like it. Next pen is one. These four are all freshly inked. This one is the oldest pen in this lineup, or oldest. I inked this May 20th, and it is still going strong. It is a vacuum filler pen, and so there's a lot of ink in here, and I really enjoy this color. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just not going to empty it out. It still works. The flow is still okay. The ink doesn't feel gunky. And so I am just going to continue using it with the hopes that before I'm getting sick of this color, which I am still not, this will be so close to empty that I can pat myself on the back and congratulate me for finishing this whole filling. So this is the Pilot Custom 823 in amber with a medium 14 karat gold nib. This pen was gifted to me by a lovely viewer of this channel. It has worked its way up to become one of my favorite pens. And the ink that is in here is Pelikan. Nope, Pelikan, Edelstein, Appetite. Next pen is the newest acquisition, just came in yesterday. It is the Lamy Itoya collaboration. It's a safari and the name is Copper 2. It reminds me of the Lamy Safari limited edition. Maybe it was 2023. The Pink Cliff, that is a similar color, maybe even the same. It has a matte finish. There is the Itoya logo. It's not engraved, it's just printed on. So I'm wondering if it just peels off at someday. I am not, it doesn't matter to me. I didn't buy this pen for the print back here. I bought it because I really like the very, very laid back design of this. Laid back is not subtle design. Sophisticated, but also I love this. So there is no, I can't lock myself into any of the colors or designs that, can't say this is the color or the look that I'm going for. I am now forever only buying pens that look like this, sophisticated in quotation marks. I cannot say that I'm going for the glitter bombs. I'm drawn to both equally. I love single colored pens. That is definitely something that I can say is really, I really like. Lamy, Itoya, Safari, Copper 02. Did I say 01? It's not true. I swapped out the nib that I got this with. I got this pen used. I needed to clean it thoroughly, and I put my extra fine 14 karat gold nib on here. And every time I use this gold nib, I feel like I need to use all of my Lamy gold nibs because they just feel so good. And this one is an extra fine. It has this slight architect feeling to the nib. It's not round, it's more flat, like an architect shaped nib. And it just, the writing experience is so good. So it is inked with Pilot Iroshizuku Suki Yo. I am just so in love with this color palette again. Just wanted to mention that I also emptied out the Hinze Swansea. The ink that I wanted to put in here first was the wet pen Western Trillium. It did not look the way that I had anticipated. Here's Colorverse Sunbeam, and the ink that I was originally going to use was Lennon Toolbar Sesame Oil. It dried to such an uninteresting gray-ish color that I might be the only one who doesn't like this ink. but it wasn't for me. I emptied it out of the pen and moved to the next ink. Second to last pen is my Sailor 1911 Large in the North American exclusive Wicked Witch of the West. See, I'll tell you, I have a thing for these sophisticated colors. Oh, this is also a single colored pen. Doesn't really look sophisticated. But yeah, I'm really digging these types of designs as much as I love me a sparkly pen. This one has, I think it's called ruthenium finish. It's the black one. It has a broad nib, and I really enjoy the ruthenium finish a little bit more than their regular style pen nib, the one that comes on here. I have another broad Sailor 21 karat gold nib that I don't enjoy as much as this one. So what I'm planning to do is when I see a Nibmeister next, I might get that one ground to something else. So let's write Sailor 1911 Large Wicked Witch of the West. This is a broad 21 karat gold nib. Yeah. Oh, the ink that is in here. Should I tell you? Yes. I paired a Sailor ink with a Sailor pen, Sailor Manyo Fuji. This ink I am strongly considering adding as a bottle at some point. I really like how this looks. And then the last pen that I have inked is also a carryover. This one was inked June 28th. This is a Mayfair pens. I unfortunately don't know who the blank maker is and what it is called. I also Frankensteined this pen and put an FA nib from Pilot from the 742 on here. And I think this will be a permanent pen and nib pairing. This writes so well, except for when it doesn't. Wow. That is the effect of showing. I flew with this pen to Germany and I re-inked it and it worked absolutely stunning, and now it doesn't anymore. And we're going in brute force here. So let's see what we can do. And then I'm going to go and grab a paper. This is obviously not the correct ink color, but I think I'm getting there. There we go. Maybe it's the climate. It was quite humid in Germany. Didn't have any problems with this pen or with this ink. And now I'm back in the high desert and it doesn't write. The ink that is in here also was a sample from my friend Amy, like the Sailor Manyo Fuji. I haven't talked about any of the other inks, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. Pelikan Edelstein Appetite is an ink bottle, as well as Tsukio. They're both bottles in my ink bottle collection. Sailor Manu Fuji is not yet, might be. And I got this sample as well as the Tom Studio sample from my friend Amy. So this is Mayfair. And the model is Arkenstone. Ben has been introducing quite interesting new pen models. This is not the last pen model that he introduced. There is another one that he just recently introduced. I think he brought it to the Washington, D.C. pen show first. Arkenstone. But I really like that this is not a pocket pen, but an eyedropper fill pen. And this has an FA nib. And it is from Pilot. And it is 14K. Pink. Well, I only have one Arkenstone, so I don't need to write it, but it's a pink blank by an unknown blank maker, unknown to me. And the ink that is in here is, hey friends, come on. Tom's Studio Cherry Bomb. And then we should maybe also put one of those X's right up here. The thought process of putting this Sailor Manu ink into the Sailor pen is that I was hoping that well, first of all, it's a broad nib, but also Sailor inks might play really well in Sailor pens, and because this is a lighter chromo shading ink, I was afraid that it might not perform as well in a different pen, and so I went the safe route. So these are my currently inked pens for the month of August. I really like the color palette. I cannot wait to use them. I really need to get back into letter writing, so I really want to use these pens and these inks. This is just my kind of colors. Seems like there's always an ink that represents one of those color families. And whenever I'm done with these, I'm going to come and report back on how they went. Not sure if and how I'm going to rate them. Maybe I'm just ranking them among each others. I've thought about that, but that would then also mean that maybe a pen that is on place 10 in this lineup is better than place number 1 of a different lineup, and that wouldn't give me an objective comparison. So I don't know if that's something that I want to do or not. Alrighty. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy to be back. I'm so happy that you're here. Let me know what pens are currently inked and how many you have in your lineup. As you can clearly see, I have quite a few different nib experiences here. There's steel, there's lots of gold nibs, absolutely correct. They are not the same gold nibs though. It's either a change in the nib width or the maker. And so besides making sure that I have a huge variety of color to choose from. I also have a huge array of nib experiences that I can have. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, bye.